comes to love magic, most people think that all love spells are the same, and this couldn't be further from the truth. Today, I'm going to give you 3 major love spells that you can choose from that may fit the bill of your situation. So, with that said, with no further ado, let's move into our video. A honey jar spell is made to sweeten a relationship. Now, if you find someone that's a bit salty or bitter, this can make the way for them to be a little bit more nicer to you. Now, depending on where you're from, the jar can work differently. So, let me explain what I mean by this. Now, in the Caribbean, they do jars different. Where per se, if you're in America, they do jars different. So the response and reaction may be different. Like for me, I have something called the demonic honey jar. It's very aggressive. It's a blend between a lot of types of workings. So really, you have to know what the jar is capable of, because again, it can leave room to confusion, because you'll be thinking that you'll get a jar that does this, but then again, the jar has all these other properties that you're not aware of. It all depends on who makes it and where you get it from. Next spell is a binding spell. Out of all the spells, this may be the strangest spell amongst the many which I just mentioned. A binding spell ties you to another person, and it's as if both of your lives become one. When you do a binding spell, it is a form of a spiritual marriage, and there are rules and regulations that go according with this type of workings, especially if you're doing a Haitian binding spell, because one of the most crucial and important rules is that you have to remain fidèle. What does this mean? Faithful. You can't be out there messing around, going out there. If you're looking for a gadri, you've come to the right place. Street sweeper, Medusa domination ring, chouette étoile. Whatever you're looking for, you've come to the right place. We have everything. If you're interested, the link for the contact is in the description. No, you can't do none of this, because the spirit may punish you for doing this. And also, when you are bound to a person, it can bring about marriage. But when you're bound to someone, just like when you're married to someone, or if you're having sex with someone constantly, you're going to find that your lives become very similar. So certain habits that person has, you begin to pick up those habits. And what occurs in their life may begin to happen in your life. So if they get a raise at work, you may find that you get a raise as well. But now, even on the bad side, let's just say they have a bad day at work, you may have a bad day at work as well. Our next spell is the Intranquil Spirit. See, the Intranquil Spirit is for people that are, let's just say, the Intranquil Spirit is mainly for people who have come to the end of the road and they're desperate and they're willing to do anything to have this person back. This is a spirit that torments the lover until they come back. So if that lover doesn't come back for 6 months to 7 months to even a year or 2, that spirit is going to be on their ass until they come back to you. The Intranquil Spirit can make a person feel very restless. They go to sleep, it's as if they didn't sleep. It makes them depressed at times. And not only that, it can make people into stalkers. Showing up at your house 3 a.m. in the morning. They can become extremely jealous. It's like you'll have to walk around eggshells around them. I've seen people fly way across country behind a spell like this to go make it right with the person that they're with. The Intranquil Spirit will bring upon a desperation. The desperation the client feels is a desperation that person will feel, where they have to talk to the person. It's as though a worry comes over them uncontrollably. So this is something that I say that you got to be very, let me just say, you have to make your mind up when you're doing something like this, because it's going to torment that person. And not only that, it will walk down that person's family line. So you see this aunt getting touched, that grandmother getting touched, that brother going through hard times. Sorry to interrupt you once again, but I have an important message for you. For those of you who have been following me since the Red Room days, I want you to know that those videos are not lost. You can find them on my vintage catalog channels, channel 1 and 2. Check the description area for the link to those accounts. I'll see you there. So the Intranquil Spirit is a spirit or a job that is used to forcefully bring your lover to you. And last and final is candle workings. Candle workings is very good. I recommend candle workings for, let's just say, short-term goals, but not to say that you can't use them for long-term goals. But the thing is, you're going to have to utilize it daily. So if you're doing love magic to bring someone back to you, when this candle goes out, you got to go with another round. You got to stay on top of that person. And that's the downside of love magic with candles. Now, this can be done as a lover return, or this can be done, as a spell such as the Intranquil Spirit. There's many ways to tweak a candle. Candle is very universal and very powerful, but you just have to load it up like a shotgun. So with that said, I hope this video was very informative. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.